Welcome to another Boca Behind the Scenes. This is Dean Muccio, and this is where we find out a little bit more about what's going on with the city of Boca Raton, the employees, and the type of jobs that they do. We're going to be talking about the library system here in Boca Raton. Want to welcome Ellen Randolph, Acting Library Manager. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to Boca Behind the Scenes. And also Oyuki Poletz, Program Services Librarian. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you guys here. Ellen, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Great. Well, I'm the acting library manager right now. I've been with Boca Raton Public Library for 3.5 years. I was previously Special Collections Librarian at FAU, and before that, the owner of 2 bookstores.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to Boca Behind the Scenes. Oyuki, tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Absolutely. I actually moved from Mexico to Boca in 1990, so ever since then I've been here. I was a volunteer at our library as a teenager, and for most of my career I've been involved with books. I started working at Liberty's and then went to Barnes & Noble, and now I find myself here. I started as a children's librarian, and I've been with the city for 11 years.
Oh, congratulations.
And now we do program services.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Great to have both of you. Oyuki, let's talk about the Boca Raton, the fact that you've got 2 libraries. Tell us more about the facilities and the locations, and give us all the details.
Absolutely. Boca is super lucky to have 2 gorgeous libraries. We have one at the downtown library that is about 5 years old. It's our newest location. And then we have the Spanish River Library that is 10 years old. So there's still 2 gorgeous new venues, house a wonderful collection of books, DVDs, anything under the sun. And most importantly, at Spanish River Library, we also use that as a special venue for weddings, bar mitzvahs. So it's a gorgeous setting. Our residents get a great rate, so anyone looking for a special venue, I highly recommend that. I got married there, so from personal experience, It's wonderful. The pictures look gorgeous, so it's great. We are so lucky in the city to have 2 locations. Other municipal libraries are not as beautiful, really. You know, when I travel for conferences, it's not to brag, but it does get a little hard to be impressed because, you know, we have really the best of the best here.
That's wonderful. And Ellen, talk about, I know September's library card. Is that a national
thing? It is, yes. It's a national initiative. The American Library Associations gets all the libraries together. We work together nationally to remind parents, caregivers, and students that signing up for a library card is the first step for academic achievement and lifelong learning. It's really a valuable asset to have a library card. There's so many different services and classes, and you can check out many different items now, not just books. And there's all kinds of events, so it's a great resource to have.
How old do you have to be to get a library card and take advantage of the libraries?
Well, you can be any age. Basically, you just need to show a photo ID and proof of residency to get a card. So in practicality, usually people under 18 need to bring a parent or guardian with them. However, parents can get cards for children as soon as they feel like their child is ready, and sometimes that's very young. Sometimes that's a toddler who's already checking out books and learning to love books.
Actually, we have a program called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten, and so we do encourage parents to get their toddlers and their babies, you know, as 5 months, a library card, and we encourage them to read 1,000 books before they enter school, and it's a wonderful program that we support with our story times and some nice swag for residents.
I don't know if you can answer this, but I mean, we've got about 95,000 residents in Boca. How many people have library cards? Do you have like stats on that?
Oh, yeah. So we have 27,000 active card holders. These are people who are actively using their card, both online and physical materials. Also, in some cases, to use study rooms or to sign up for classes. It's very, once they get a card, they use it a lot. In fact, we're about to have 1 million circulations. This is 1 million checkouts, both physical and digital, in 1 year. So 27,000 cardholders are checking out 1 million items.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. That's amazing.
How popular the library is.
So are people using you talk about online. Is that really come into its own here recently with everybody having their phone and doing things online?
It has. We still do about 60,000 items a month in circulation and checkouts. So physical items are still very popular. But digital materials are really growing fast. So we have 25,000 checkouts a month in digital items. So this is streaming and download, ebooks, audiobooks, music, even comic books online. So even though, so it's about 60,000 physical items and 25,000 digital items. So you can see both are going strong, but we do expect digital to grow really quickly.
Yeah, I hate when people are like, libraries are going away because now we have Amazon and online.
Right.
And that's not true.
That is not true.
Not at all. And in fact, there's a lot of studies that say millennials are going back to checking out items and not doing everything online. So there is definitely a movement towards that. Plus, a lot of libraries now are so modern and everything is so current that really once you go into a library these days, you'll see how they have fantastic things.
So do you have a physical library card, or is a library card digital as well? Do you have to go to the library to get the card, and then you can actually digitally use it?
Yeah. So you have to go to the library to get your first card. Once
Right.
you have your card, then you have a barcode
Right.
and a PIN, and then you can access a lot of things from online. And there's some people who are only digital users, but many people are both. And especially if you're under 18, you need to come with your parent or guardian or caregiver to help you sign up. But then after that, you have your barcode, and you can set your applications on your phone to be able to go straight into your account and be able to check out what you need.
So
things
easy.
like that. Yes, so easy.
Absolutely. I always like to keep up with my gossip magazines, Us Weekly online, and it's super easy. I just download it, and I'm good to go. So there's the New York Times also.
Yes.
I
Right.
quit my own personal subscription because I can get that through the library card.
Yeah, hundreds of magazines available.
That's great.
Online.
Oyuki, the library, we talk about all the resources. What about classes and those type of things that go on at the library?
So we average probably 3 to 4 classes a day. So people don't realize how busy we are. We average 2 classes of toddler classes, story times. We have digital learning classes. So if you need to learn how to use your new iPhone, iPad, how to download, how to use a computer.
Wow.
We have classes for new Americans. So if they're trying to pass the U.S. citizenship test,
Sure. Wow.
we have classes on how to pass those. And then additionally to the program that we do, my favorite part of the job is bringing in the big authors. So we've had several one-book Boca programs where we encourage everyone to read one book. The last one we had in January was Garth Stein, who did Racing in the Rain. I'm sorry, Racing in the Rain. It's a wonderful story. So it's wonderful. But then in addition to that, we also have a very active friends group who also do some programming in our buildings, and they're responsible for lecture series, music series, and book clubs. And we also do some internal book clubs. And yesterday we had our very popular foreign film series that we do every year. And it's really well attended. So both our buildings have something going on every day. If the room's not being rented, it's being used by us. So never a dull moment.
It sounds like it.
And there's a lot of technology training available now. So you can learn all kinds of things about software and technology. You can retrain for work. It can help you get certifications. We also have online training, so you can recertify online. We have Universal Class and lynda.com, both of which you can learn all kinds of software from home. You can receive CEUs if your business takes it, your job takes that. So a lot of great training programs online too.
So if you have a library card, you can use it for lynda.com?
Yes.
Absolutely.
For any of their services? Because lynda.com is
Well-known.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like I
Yes.
like to say, that's what the Apple geniuses use to train themselves.
Right.
So it is an amazing resource.
It is.
It's
we
free
also
for us, for the residents.
Yeah. And we also have Value Line and Morningstar. So those are the most famous investment support tools. And not only does it help you provides information about investment as far as what businesses you should look at and what are the criteria you should be looking at, it also helps train you in how to read business tools and investing tools. So if you really want to learn how to better read Wall Street Journal, then check out Value Line and Morningstar. Those are our most popular databases, but really they're learning tools. They are like kind of like courses, and you can go in there and find out, I need to know more about a particular type of investment product.
Right.
You can learn that. So it's very, very popular.
Talk about STEAM, that program?
So sure, as a partner in education, we always focus on science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Okay.
So a lot of the schools and really the nation has come to realize that we need these skills, these 21st century skills for the next learners, the next job growth. And we've really taken that to heart. You know, we rolled it out in 2015 with a Discover Studio downtown. So we have a variety of, you know, you can go in there and learn Photoshop. You can go in there and learn some 3D printing. You can go in there and we've actually just rolled out some podcasting classes.
Coding.
Yeah, and coding is the latest addition to it. But during the month of September, what we've done is partner with Gumbo Limbo and Sugar Sand Park, all other people who focus on size within the rec services department. And so we have the scavenge hunt that families can go through to these different facilities and participate. So you can either take a class. We have physical scavenge hunts that you can do, you know, for arts at the libraries. We have two wonderful art galleries there in our lobbies and at Spanish River upstairs. And so you can participate and win prizes. So, you know, you fill in your passport. You can pick up the passport at Gumbo Limbo, Sugar Sand, and again, both are our locations. So it's really wonderful. It's fun, and it really highlights all the programming that goes on in rec services that supports the educational.
That's great.
Yeah.
So people can go to the website. There's a newsletter as well, and use social media to just keep up with what's going on at the library.
Right. We encourage everyone to go to our website, bocalibrary.org, to sign up for our newsletter. It really promotes all our programs. And like I said, children's, adults, anything that's going on under the sun there. And of course, you can always like us on Facebook, where we put on not only fun things, but just things to know. You know, every single time that we're close, it's like we're not really close because our digital services are 24/7.
And how can the community support the library?
Get a library card and
there you
use
go.
it.
There you go.
Get a library card and use it. The second thing that people don't think about is to join our friends organization. You know, their mission is to support us through fundraising, through bringing in more memberships, and that money goes directly back into our programming. I mean, they funded our Discover Studio, a lot of the databases, lynda.com, tutor.com. They're the ones who gave us the seed money. So they're really instrumental in our programming. And then like us on Facebook.
That's right. You can't do that too much. Any closing thoughts?
I think people would be really surprised if they don't already have a library card. I think if they came in, they'd be really, really amazed at how modern and fantastic the buildings are, how many programs we have going on for all ages. Our materials are all beautiful and current and really exciting to read and look at. And there's so much online now that having a card is like having, you know, Kindle. It's great. You can just check out anything. So I think a lot of it is if you haven't been in the library for a while, you should come check it out and see what's available. It's we certainly have a lot for families, but we also have a lot for adults too. And once you come in and see what's going on, we also have great study space. And a lot of people with small businesses need a place to meet somebody when they're trying to, collaborate.
Sure.
It's great collaborative space. And we, of course, have public computers and printers and all kinds of things like that, too. So for small business support, it's really good, too.
It's nice meeting both of you. Ellen Randolph, Acting Library Manager, Oyuki Poletz, Program Services Librarian. Thanks for being a part of Behind the Scenes with the City of Boca, and we appreciate your time.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you for having us.